I give the floor to the representative of Algeria.
Mr. President, I thank Mrs. Di Carlo and Mr. Turk for their briefing, and I acknowledge and welcome the presence of His Excellency Minister Abdullah Abu Habib among us in this meeting. My country has called for this urgent meeting in light of the alarming escalation in Lebanon on September 17 and 18. These tragic events have resulted in dozens of deaths and thousands of injuries following the remote detonation of small communication devices across the country. The perpetrator is well known. We strongly condemn this Israeli attack. Such actions represent a blatant violation of Lebanon's sovereignty, of the UN Charter, of the international law, and of Resolution 1701 and 2749. Algeria stands in full solidarity with Lebanon during these difficult times, and we extend our deepest condolences to the government and to the resilient people of Lebanon. And we commend the Lebanese authorities for their measured and responsible handling of this grave crisis, preventing further escalation. Mr. President, these acts of aggression amount to war crimes. The deliberate and indiscriminate nature of these Israeli strikes has caused terror among civilians, with densely populated areas being targeted. This dangerous precedent turns civilian devices into bombs, threatening the safety of all and posing a significant threat. This precedent opens a dangerous Pandora box. What will happen if such unfamiliar tactics are replicated by terrorist groups? While the international community calls for de-escalation, Israel pulls the region toward war, expanding hostilities from the Blue Line into the entire Lebanese territory. The Israeli officials have openly threatened to launch a large-scale war in Lebanon. These attacks were followed by statements, official statements, praising the so-called positive result. The airstrike against Beirut this morning are another proof that the Israeli occupying power is not at all interested in peace. So, do Israeli occupying authorities truly seek peace with their neighbors? Are they genuinely committed to implementing Resolution 2735? Are they really committed to a ceasefire in Gaza? Mr. President, the Security Council bears the solemn responsibility to uphold the principle enshrined in the UN Charter. The Security Council must enforce its resolution. Resolution 1701 must be fully implemented without bias, and the Israeli occupier aggressions must cease, and it must withdraw from all occupied Lebanese territories. Only by ending the occupation that we could pave the way for lasting peace and stability in the region. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Algeria for their statement.